Welcome to the deep dive. So you've brought us a fascinating and frankly a pretty alarming story today. We're looking at the return of a major player in the cybercrime world.
Very persistent one. We're talking about the Clop ransomware gang, or CL0,
PL0P, right.
and they are back with a brand new, very specific target in their sights.
Okay, so what we really want to dig into today is Clop's signature playbook. Understand why they keep going after these file transfer systems, and also dissect this high-stakes mystery around their latest campaign.
And that mystery is absolutely the core of it. It's why everyone is so alarmed right now.
Which is what, exactly?
We just don't know what vulnerability they're using. I mean, is it a 0-day, a brand new flaw that no one's ever seen before?
Or is it the other option?
Or is it an end day?
Yeah.
Basically a known bug, one that's already been fixed, and companies just haven't installed the patch.
Yeah.
It's like walking through a door that should have been locked months ago.
And that distinction, that really changes everything for defenders. We've pulled together all the details on Clop's history, from Excellion to MOVEit to their recent attacks on Oracle, to really see the pattern here.
Yeah.
So let's jump right in with this new target, Gladinet CentreStack.
Okay, so CentreStack. What is it? If you're running IT, you might know it. It's designed to solve a pretty common problem.
Which is?
Securely sharing files that are hosted on your company's own internal servers, so employees can get to them from, a web browser, a mobile app, that kind of thing.
And the real selling point, and I guess the real vulnerability here, is how they do it.
Exactly. The key is it promises all this access without needing a VPN. So it's basically an exposed gateway to all your private files. It's convenient, for sure, but that convenience, that public-facing nature, turns it into a honeypot for sensitive data.
Which is why Clop would be so interested. And this isn't some niche product.
Oh, not at all. Gladinet says it's used by thousands of businesses. I think the number is in over 49 countries.
Right.
So anytime you have software that's built to handle huge volumes of corporate data, Clop sees a target. If they can crack that one piece of software, they get the data from thousands of its clients.
And we know they're not just thinking about it. Threat intelligence shows they are actively scanning for these servers right now.
Yes, we've got specific numbers. The Threat Intel Group Curated Intelligence is warning that this campaign is ramping up fast. Their scans show at least 200 unique IP addresses running the CentreStack login page.
So that's 200 servers just sitting on the public internet.
Potentially 200 targets for Clop's automated tools.
200 organizations that might not even know they're being scoped out. And this brings us right back to that central question, the 0-day versus the end day.
It's so critical.
Yeah.
And to be fair, Gladinet has been pretty proactive.
Right.
Since April, they've released updates for several different security flaws. Some of them were actual 0 days they found and fixed right away.
So for those 200 servers, there are really only two possibilities.
Right. Either Clop has found something totally new, a brand new 0-day, which would be a huge deal, or they're just cleaning up. They're exploiting the simple failure of companies to patch their systems.
So is it a sophisticated new attack or just, walking through an open door after the landlord already sent over the new lock?
That's the perfect analogy. And if it's the second one, the end day, that says so much about the state of security hygiene out there, especially against a group as predictable as Clop.
And let's be honest, knowing Clop's history, they are happy to use either one. They do not discriminate when it comes to making easy money.
No, they don't.
So the CentreStack campaign is happening as we speak. But to really get the full picture, we have to look at their history. What is this obsession with secure file transfer systems?
It's fascinating because it shows how strategic they are. They realized years ago that the old model of ransomware encrypting everything on a network was actually a lot of hard work.
Right. They shifted their whole model.
They shifted entirely to pure data extortion. They figured out they don't need to control the whole network.
They just want the most valuable stuff passing through it.
Exactly. Think of these platforms, Excellion, MOVEit, and now CentreStack. They're like the major data highways for a corporation.
And Clop wants to own the toll booth.
Own the toll booth and you get everything.
Yeah.
Customer lists, financial records, IP, PII, which is personally identifiable information, all the good stuff.
And their track record here is just painful. It's a long list of victims.
Very long list. They have major campaigns against the Italian FTA, GoAnywhere MFT, Clio, and of course the big one everyone remembers, MOVEit Transfer.
The MOVEit attacks, I mean, the scale of that was just staggering. It really gives you a sense of their capabilities.
It was immense. The MOVEit campaign alone hit over 2,770 organizations around the world.
2,700.
I mean, that figure shows you they have the infrastructure. They have the know-how to pull off a global data theft campaign. It hit every sector imaginable.
But the truly unique part of their strategy, the real Clop signature, isn't just the theft itself, it's their four-step extortion process.
Yeah, and it's designed for maximum panic. Steps 1 and 2 are pretty standard. You breach the system, exfiltrate the data quietly. Step 3, you post the name of the victim on your dark web leak site.
Okay, so far that's the standard double extortion playbook we see everywhere, but Clop adds another twist.
They add the knife twist. Step 4. This is the one that just destroys any hope a company has of managing the fallout.
What do?
They make all the stolen data available for download via Torrent.
Ah, decentralization.
Exactly. A dark website can be taken down. But once data is on a torrent network, it's everywhere and nowhere. It's permanent.
So the company can never, ever get it back.
Never. It proves the breach happened. It makes the data impossible to control, and it ensures that everyone, competitors, journalists, other criminals, can download it. That permanence is the key to their whole model.
It turns a temporary PR nightmare into an irreversible corporate liability.
And that's why data theft is so much more powerful for them than simple encryption. No waiting around for a Bitcoin payment. Just immediate, maximum reputational damage.
To really drive home how current this threat is, we need to look at what they were doing just a few weeks ago, right before they started hitting CentreStack.
Right.
They were in the middle of a massive campaign against Oracle EBS.
Yeah, I mean, think about that pivot. They went from MOVEit, a mass-market file-sharing tool, to Oracle EBS Suite, one of the most complex enterprise resource planning systems on the planet.
And that was a 0-day they were using.
A true 0-day, CVE 2025-61882, targeting something like Oracle EBS that shows an extremely high level of capability. These systems are the financial and logistical backbone of huge global companies.
And the victim list from that one campaign, it reads like a who's who.
It really does. It was a high-profile list chosen for impact.
Yeah.
You had Harvard University, the University of Pennsylvania.
In education.
Then media giants like the Washington Post. And major tech and logistics players. We're talking GlobalLogic, Logitech, and EnvoyAir.
EnvoyAir, which is a subsidiary of American Airlines.
That's right.
So when you see those names, university financials, airline logistics, a tech company's supply chain, it's clear they are not picking easy targets. They're picking the targets with the most valuable data.
Absolutely. And we know the list goes on. We've seen related extortion attacks pop up at Dartmouth College, the UK's Barts Health NHS, University of Phoenix. Once they get in, they take everything they can before moving on.
Which brings us back to CentreStack. After pulling off something as complex as the Oracle EBS 0-day, why pivot so fast? Why go after, an arguably smaller, less complex target like CentreStack?
That's a great question. It suggests they have a parallel pipeline of operations.
What do you mean?
Well, they might have burned the Oracle 0-day, meaning Oracle found it and patched it, so they had to move on. But it also shows their opportunism. CentreStack might be a smaller fish than Oracle, but it's way easier to scan for and exploit at scale.
Especially if you're just looking for those unpatched any-day vulnerabilities.
Exactly. It's a classic strategy. You use your elite, high-capability resources for the really tough targets, and then you immediately pivot to a high-volume, low-hanging fruit target to monetize your playbook all over again.
A rinse-and-repeat model.
A very effective one. If we connect all the dots for you, the pattern is crystal clear. Clop goes after vulnerabilities, new or old, they don't care, in software that is specifically designed to be a pipeline for sensitive data.
This is not random hacking.
No, this is a focused, persistent business model built around owning the internet's data choke points.
And it's seen as such a critical threat that it's moved beyond just cybercrime. This is now a geopolitical issue. The U.S. Department of State is offering a reward.
A very substantial one. $10 million.
$10 million.
And a $10 million bounty is massive in this world. It tells you that the U.S. government sees these attacks as having potential links to a foreign government, or at the very least, as being so significant that they warrant a high-level international investigation.
So a company failing to patch its file transfer server could suddenly become part of a national security investigation. The stakes just keep getting higher.
You really do.
Okay, so let's wrap this up with the key takeaways for you. Clop is back. They're aggressive, and they're targeting platforms like CentreStack right after pulling off a major zero-day campaign against Oracle.
Their tactics are just ruthless. Data theft and then irreversible public exposure using torrents. The speed with which they jump from one target to the next is what's truly alarming.
And we keep coming back to that central mystery with this current CentreStack attack.
Zero-day or in-day. That distinction really means everything for the organizations out there using these tools.
So here's a final thought for you to take away from this. If Clop is just using a previously patched flaw and in-day to go after CentreStack, what does the active threat against those 200-plus servers tell us about the huge gap between a vendor releasing a patch and a company actually applying it?
It highlights a really uncomfortable truth. The most persistent threats often win not because of brilliant new hacks, but because of basic human and procedural failures. It shows that the battle against cybercrime is so often lost in the simple act of execution months after the vulnerability was technically fixed.
If you can't apply the patch, the zero-day might as well still be open.
Exactly. For those companies, it is.